Shout out to everybody out there on White Street. You already know what it is. Salute to everybody.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard reaction for you guys, and you already know what it is. Let's go. Yo, if you're not following me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter, SteveBussaGS. I put up a tweet. My man Jimmy Wiz was trying to push some new merch that he had left over. So I said, yo, anyone that sends me a picture of themselves wearing a Jimmy Wiz merch, I will go and give you whatever reaction you wanted. This was the first person to reply back. We got KHULI CHANA featuring MDB, which is Maglera Doughboy, HaveNots. I'm ready to hop into this. I believe this is KHULI CHANA's first official song on the channel. I do believe that they were featured previously on someone else's track, but I think this is their first track and MDB's second time, which we're already fans of on the channel. So I'm excited to hop into this. Do me a favor, run the gauntlet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, little bell notification guy. Yeah, so look, right now 75% of all the views that we have right now are coming from people who are not subscribed. So if you are looking to support the channel, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. I'd even be happy, I said this before, if we can get that to like 50-50, I'd be cool with that. But like, yeah, if you're looking to support the channel, support the artists and things like that, please hit that sub button. Let's hop into this. I'm not here to talk your ears off. Let's see what this is hitting for. We got a video too. Let's full screen it.
Yeah. Yeah. Super sitting down a Brody. And my Brodies. Live from the planet of the have-nots. Cinematic symphonies in my backdrop. Keep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince. Balance need Cuervo for the mink. Yeah. Live from the planet of the have-nots. Cinematic symphonies in my backdrop. Keep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince.
Stop it. Pause it. Alright, there is a lot going on here to unpack. First of all, this sound like might be like a little R&B crossover maybe. They're talking about I got the cinematics in my backdrop, which they sure do. We're bringing this all the way back because now I need to figure out which zone I was getting myself in, was getting myself ready for. This seems like it's gonna be a vibe. So let's go. Let's see what we rocking with.
Yeah. Yeah. Super sitting down a Brody. And my Brodies. Live from the planet of the have-nots. Cinematic symphonies in my backdrop. Keep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince.
So is that just like a flex? Are they singing a flex at me? Is that what this is? Like, lo, I got these cinematics in my backdrop. Like, yo, that might be the hardest shit ever. Hold up. If that's not part of the song, and that's just him talking shit and decided to sing some braggadocious shit in my face like that might be hard body. Hold up.
Planet of the have-nots. Cinematic symphonies in my backdrop. Keep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince. Balance need Cuervo for the mink. Yeah. Live from the planet of the have-nots. Cinematic symphonies in my backdrop. Keep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince. Balance need Cuervo for the mink. Yeah. All my life a young been a have-not. My guys on the young bloods, all we ever wanted was to have nots. Used to bum with Rafa at the trap spot. Yeah. Now I'm Rafa pull up and I still move and maneuver like I'm at the trap spot. Me and Jism flip it like a laptop. KHULI told me how to never ever let him treat me like a mascot. How I meant.
Alright, I'm fucking with this a little bit so far. The visuals are interesting. It looks like have-nots, like the people who, you know, if you're down your luck, you have your hand out a lot. It does look like you have visual representation with all the hands in the air to the sky, like people who are like turning to God because they ain't have nothing else. Like very, very metaphoric as far as the video goes. Then you got the part where you have like the primates staring at the men. might be like a little play on words of like Planet of the Apes versus Planet of the Have-Nots. Like it's kind of like when you're in that position, you know what I'm saying? When you're coming up on that whole Planet of the Have-Nots type mentality, it feels like it's a fight for survival. It feels like you're in that kind of like Planet of the Apes environment. I get where they were going with that. I think that was super hard. Interesting video to have gone black and white in. I don't know if that's just preference from the cinematic company that did it just to make the visuals blend a little bit more clearly. But yeah, so far I'm liking this.
The trap spot, yeah. Now my rifle pull up and I still move and maneuver like I'm at the trap spot. Me and Jizzum flip it like a laptop. KHULI taught me how to never ever let him treat me like a mascot. How I met Toady, that's the best part. Yeah, at my worst, but no, he gave me the best start. Oh my God, think that I'm a demigod. Hella fly, need me, yes, for fine. Jiggy, 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 need a helipad for us when we touch down. Jiggy, jiggy, you a fan, but you never was when the kid was underground. BTBD, little dope boy. Raindrops never brought me down. Program algorithmic rhythm, passion, supersonic, sonics, nigga, that's the sound. Jiggy, bonic, stick platonic with the women in my circle, lately all them down. Keep the tonic, pass me chronic, I prefer the clean juice over dirty brown. Came up from the mud, nigga, gotta love how the dirty sound. Live from the planet of the have-nots. Cinematic symphonies in my backdrop. Peep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince. Balance, need my Quavo for the mink. Yeah, live from the planet of the have-nots. Cinematic symphonies in my...
Alright, so this is interesting. I'm trying to put my finger on what I think the objective of this was. Because at first I thought this was like definitely a commercial track. Like this was the idea was, we're going to put this up, this is going to have a lot of commercial value and things of that nature, and we're going to watch this blow, and this is going to do numbers. Now I'm not so sure, because like, first of all, the hook, as catchy as it is, I don't think it's one that's radio-esque. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoyed it, the idea about having the cinematics in my backdrop and shit like that. I think it's dope on a video breakdown, things like that. I don't know that that's necessarily getting radio spins and shit like that. And then listening to the lyrics, like, this was like a regular, this is like a dope rap verse. Like this is like normal rap shit. This isn't like, hey, I'm trying to make a commercial hit necessarily, right? This is like basically talking that same shit. He's telling the story. He had a few good bars that were in there, but it definitely didn't put me in that. I felt like I was listening to a commercial song vibe. Like it made me feel like I was listening to like some hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the overall intention. Like, where do you think this was meant to be played? Because it's not necessarily commercial radio friendly in my opinion. Is this like house party music almost? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see, as silly as shit like that and fun as that is to sing, I can only picture scenarios where I'm hanging out with my peoples and shit like that, getting faded and singing that shit out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like in an almost joking manner. Like, it definitely seems like this isn't like self-consuming music. This isn't like in a dark room listening with your headphones on. This definitely feels like a more social environment song for everybody to interact with. That's my vibe so far. What are your thoughts on it up to this point?
Keep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince. Balance, need my Quavo for the mink.
Fresh out like a boss burger with a neat mullet. Just the cousin with my e-wallet. Watch it, block her. Pocket watching, not a game money. When that one is, look on the tail. Habana seal, babata silly. Habana jizz, habana chip. When I tell it, feeling hard, I can tell it. Coming live from the planet to get you. Tati cover lover Gizo. Nazo, who stole the keys to the beamer? Your beanie man did it just to look like Flacco. Need a blue seal deal to stay shining. Gotta get my condo.
Live from the planet of the have-nots.
Damn right.
Cinematic symphonies in my backdrop. Keep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince. Balance, need my Quavo for the mink. Yeah, live from the planet of the have-nots. Cinematic symphonies in my backdrop. Keep the palette, I need palace, I'm a prince. Balance, need my Quavo for the mink. Yeah.
Alright. I have my theory. tapered down. You don't understand the difficulty that comes in with these reaction videos when you want to give like a good analysis and a good breakdown and stuff like that. But I only got this one take. I don't do cuts and shit like that in my videos. Everything's one take. So you're getting the genuine, like, what actually is going through my head and shit like that. Let's go to break this down. Actually, it's got like 30 seconds left. Is there anything else in this? Nah, we just faded out. Alright, so let's get Smo. We Smo? We Smo. Alright. So we're actually new and up in the air. So in order for me to be a fan of you, you got to catch at least 3 on the channel. Right now, I'll give them 1 for 1 on this one. Target audience for this. I mean, I'll say yeah. I still wrapping my mind around like the placement of this, right? So proper setting for this. So let's talk about it here. What do I think this is? This seemed almost like anthem music instead, right? Like this is for album placement. I don't think this one gets released as like an individual project, right? And here's what I mean by this. If I'm setting up a song that's it's like an impactful track. Like this is more of a project, of a presentation, because you have a lot that's tying in with the visuals. This isn't just a music video where it's like people standing around in the hood not doing shit. This definitely seemed like there was more of a creative direction that was going with that, which leads me to believe that there are going to be references to this later on in the album. And here's where I'm going with this. In my mind, this is tracks 1 through 3 on an album, right? This is going to be one of my placeholder tracks where it's like I'm putting it here because I'm going to be referencing the song going forward in later tracks or in later part. Like this is building as part of my persona. This is building as part of my discography, right? Like you're going to know me as the guy from the city of HaveNots. And right now, when I go to drop freestyles a year from now, I'm going to be talking about I'm here now from the HaveNot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to be making references to that and shit like that. This seems like something that you are creating a foundation of career building around, because as a standalone song, it's not super strong. Like there's not anything that's standing out from this lyrically that's like, yo, I've never heard something like this before. But it's creating this entire experience as you're watching the video and you're going through it and you're listening to the progressions and the music theory that they're talking about, like as they're going from one part to the other. If you listen to how Chana was going, and he was playing like from the production standpoint, he's going from one headphone to the other the first 2 times that he's coming into the scene. Like there's a lot that's going on as far as like show off and talent wise. You have the harder bars, you have the more melodic melodies, and then again for me the video is tying it all together again. This seems like it's more supposed to be a foundation for something greater, or more like the backstory, you know what I mean, one of those type of tracks. I really don't think this was meant to pop off. I don't think this was meant to be like a club song, or this was meant to be like the commercial radio hit. So proper setting for this, I'm putting 1 through 3 on the album. Because this may not be the first track that you'll lead off with. I don't know if you want to feature on your very first track. You probably take the first one yourself. And then 2 or 3, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're sliding this one in there. I would even argue that second place on the album would be the place to go for this. Bars and lyrics, for me, I would give it 18. Solid verse, sure the best, overall dope. Like I said, I think the overall, the experience, the visuals, the music, the harmonies and stuff like that is definitely where it came more into play. So delivery, I'd give him a 22 out of 25 on this. The beat selection was beautiful, 15 out of 15. Sound quality mixing, again, beautiful, 15 out of 15. The effectiveness, this is going to be debatable, right? Because if my theory is at all correct, and this ends up being something that the artist referenced in later projects and starts to kind of like add to the character lore of their public persona, then it's super effective. You're creating the foundation for things that are going to be used in the future. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a 10 out of 10. If this was supposed to be a club hit, I think it's a miss. If this is building onto a foundation and a catalog to be referenced later, I think it's an amazing feat. It really depends on what your own personal, like with all art, it depends what your own personal interpretation is. Enjoyable for me, I would give it an 8. Super enjoyable under specific circumstances. 88 out of 100. That's my score. What do you guys score this? 88 out of 100 it is for me. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Drop down in the comments below. Let me know. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will catch y'all on the next one. Do you want to see any more from KHULI CHANA or MDB? Let me know down in the comments below too. I don't have anything lined up right now. So if I get enough comments for something specific, we'll go ahead and throw it on the list. Catch y'all on the next one.